Hello, good morning. My name is Enomai Gaiva, a teacher, a trainer, and a life coach. I would like to welcome you back to our page, Light Up Coaching. Please do subscribe, tell your friends about the page, Light Up Coaching. That is LITE Up Coaching. And you can also follow us on Instagram, on Facebook on Light Up Coaching. That is LITE Up Coaching. You can like our videos and you can share them. People need to hear a lot of and gain some knowledge. So we've been discussing the topic, why do we have the poor amongst us? It's quite a lengthy topic because it has a lot to do with the reason why people don't encounter wealth or they don't achieve wealth in their life. So we've been able to establish that poverty itself is not a disease, it's not, but it is a result of failure to do some of the things that we are discussing. We've discussed about commitment, we've discussed about ideas, we've discussed about yesterday, we discussed about resources. So failure to have an idea leads to poverty. Failure to commit to your idea leads to poverty. Failure to identify your resources, failure to use those resources and utilize them properly leads to poverty. So I hope this is changing your life. Please drop a comment. Tell us things you would like us to improve on. Give us an idea of what you think on what we are saying. Please feel free, ask your questions and drop your comments as you require. So today, we'll be going into another very interesting topic, which is goals. Goals. I will start by saying a man who fails to set goals has already set himself up to be poor. A man who fails to set goals has set himself up to fail. Goals is what determines where you are going to. Recently, I was in a teaching where I was teaching a group of people, maybe about 50 to 60 people. And I asked the question, we were discussing about mentorship. And I asked the question that, how many of you have a vision or an idea? A few people raised their hand up, maybe 10, 15 people. And then I went further and I asked them, how many of you have developed goals from that idea or from that vision? And maybe 5 people or 4 people raised up their hands. And then I asked, how many of you have put those ideas down in writing, those goals down in writing? How many of you? Nobody raised up their hands. It's very depressing and it's very sad that people do not realize that you have to write your goals down. You have to set your objectives. Goals are objectives. Goals are what do I need to do part time. A man that has a goal set, a man that has a goal written down does not waste time. He knows where he's going to, so he's focused. He's focused on where he's going to, so it reduces the amount of time he would waste getting to his objective, because he won't have to be distracted. He won't have to be divert his mind to other things. A man that has goals knows what he should listen to. Imagine you're going to a store and you don't know your goals. You don't know what you want to be, what you want to do in life in the next 1 or 2 months. You'll probably go to the store or a bookstore and pick any book. It will take you time. You will waste a lot of time picking this author, picking that author. But you, for instance, that know your goal is to become your vision is to become a public speaker, and you set goals on maybe training your voice, training your posture. The time that you go into the bookstore, you know the books you are going for. This reduces time. Time is a resource that you don't have that much of. So you have to make good use of it. I would like to read from the Bible also to portray this point. Habakkuk 2 verse 2. Habakkuk 2 verse 2. God says, the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon the tables, that he may run that readeth it. Meaning what? You have a goal, you write it down. People say I have a goal, but it's in my head. No, your goals can't be in your head. How do you review it? How do you work on it? That's why God is saying, write it plain. Put it down plainly. The moment you put your goals down plainly, you can run with it. You know at what point you need to review it. At what point you need to make some changes. At what point you can congratulate yourself, give yourself a pat on the shoulder and say you have done a good job. You have to write your goals down. The wealthy have their goals. Daily they review their goals. Daily they introduce new things to their goals. Goals give you a direction. Goals make you to be focused. Goals help you to address every obstacle on the way. When you have a goals, when there's an obstacle to it, when there's an obstacle you meet on the way, you can easily correct your goals, adjust your goals, and overcome that obstacle. Today, if you want to escape from poverty, if you don't want to be among the poor that we have among us, you have to have your goals clearly written. I will read also Hebrews 11 verse 1. It says, faith is the substance of things hoped for. Say faith is the substance of things hoped for. That is, faith is the vision, is the idea you have. And then he goes and says, the evidence of things not seen. The evidence, the written things of things not seen. The written, so faith is also means you have to have goals. Faith is not just hoping. Faith is not just having an idea. But faith means you go a step further and write it down. You bring out an evidence from it. You must have your goals written down. You must. So, briefly, I will just give you a very simple analogy on what you should do with your goals. We all know of the SMART. Your goals have to be SMART. SMART. Your goals have to be SMART. Number one, your goals have to be specific. Imagine a guy or someone who wants to open a grocery store. Okay, and then he wants to set goals as regard that grocery store. One of the things he has to do, he has to make sure those goals are specific. I have to have so and so agent to help me look for a place in this area. This is a specific goal. I have to look for maybe 50 or 20 suppliers of the things I would put in my store. My store has to have this section, that section, this section, that section. These are goals. Then your goals also have to be measurable. You must be able to measure it if it is successful or if it is failing. That is, you must be able to put a line that you can use, a calculation that you can use to measure your goals. Okay, I want to have 100 suppliers or 50 suppliers to supply me this and this grocery. I must be able to measure how many I will get from this supplier, how many I will get from this, so I don't just go randomly and fill my shop up with only chocolates. Your goals must be achievable. Don't give yourself goals that are not achievable. You tell yourself, I want my store to be filled by 50, this is my goal, by 50 million people or by 5 million people by the end of the year, when the area you are in, the maximum amount of people there are 250,000. Impossible. That is not an achievable goal. Your goals must be reasonable. They must be reasonable. They must easily be clear. Your goals must be clear. They must be, when you write it down, anybody that comes to look at it, anybody that you tell about it, it must be easily understandable. It must be reasonable, and your goals must be time bound. Always give yourself time. Time is a resource you don't have. Time is a resource that it's limited. Time is a resource that you can't get back. So your goals must be time bound. I hope this has helped someone. Please start setting your goals today. Write it down, make it plain, so that he that can run with it. Okay? God bless you. Please have a wonderful day. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like this video and share it. Thank you very much and have a blessed day.